Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Hoping you are having a great day. Today, well, we have a new release of Effect and Particulator 1.1. As soon as I made this video, I uploaded it to Patreon, and you can download it there. There will be a link just below here, so you know where to get it. And hope you enjoy all the new features and the bug fixes and everything that is made. But just to show you some of the other stuff, you can now use the particulator for. Notice this very simple emitter. It just has a fireball and some sparkle. That's it. Now I'll just close it down and open Max. And what I did here was make some improvement to the projectile system in Max, and now check out what you can do. This is just a hand grenade, and I changed the projectile. You can see here how it looks, and added this effect to it, and it just looks so great. That's really a magic hand grenade. It's a tail effect, you can call it, and you can see the hand grenade can have its own custom explosion, which I'm also going to show you how to add. Yeah, it just looks so great. Well, I will just, I can show you one of the others I've been working on. We could try this one. If you remember the fireball from GameGuru Classic, I just added it to this RPG, and look at how it looks. Yeah, it just looks so great. So you can see that tail. It nearly do all the effects that you need for some magic weapons and stuff like that. And also has a custom explosion, but just to show you, I will close down this, and we are going to look at the particulator and what is new, and perhaps make a few effects so we can see how it works. But I would just explain how I got the others to work. Chips, okay, we'll just minimize that. If you look at actually what I did was just go into GameGuru Classic, in Files, GameCore, and under Projectile Types, I copied over this fantasy fireball and modified it. So now it looks like this fireball. This is the Max version. And first of all, I added support to Max, so you can use these decal animate 8.fx inside Max. What that means is if you copy over the fireball projectile to Max, it will work out of the box and use this animated atlas and show that effect in Max. But also, the only thing you should change is the explosions. The old explosions from Classics, they do not work in Max. So you have to set the explosion type to 99, which simply means that it should use GameGuru MAX explosions. And then I added a VP effect, which is the tail you see when I launched the RPG, the fireball effect, the tail you saw. And then I added a custom explosion where you can also make these VP explosions and directly set the projectile to use that inside the projectile's text file. So you just say VP explosion D, like whatever you want for explosion. So and then we use that. But let's get back to the new features in effect and particulator 1.1. First of all, there's been a change so that the emitter bank is now called is now using we are now using the particles bank instead, but still you will be able to see all your old effects you made under emitter bank and also the subfolders like you can see here. And here is the new folder that is inside particle bank slash WPE. This is what you see here is the effect that comes with GameGuru MAX. You can load them in directly and change them. And if you make a user your own folder inside it, you will also be able to see them. So that is one of the major changes. So we are going away from emitter bank to the particle bank. Just so you know it, when you save a new effect here, you will have to find it inside the particle bank. Okay, let's see what new features we have then. We can just add a basic emitter, like so, and duplicate it. Chips. Change some settings here. Just some dust. Size, scaling, perhaps make it go black, and chips, like so. And we will set it to alpha blending. And when you use alpha, you should always sort the particles, like so don't flicker. Now one of the new things is you have a render bias, it's called render bias now, so you can control what gets drawn first and last. So we can change this, oops, and you can see now the smoke gets on top of the other particles. This is pretty useful when you need to sort the draw order. Now the smoke gets behind. So like if you want a fire going in front, you can get the black fog or the black smoke behind it, or in the other way around. So that's a pretty neat little feature. And then we have some new export possibilities. We can just try to make a quick new explosion that we are going to use later in the projectiles. So let's just reset everything and add a, what should we call it, video explosion. And I will just create something quickly so we don't use too much time. We want some randomness. We want to go upwards and downwards quickly with the gravity, and we want some kind of object. We can just take some additive, perhaps something that looks well like what should we take? This one, and give it some randomness to the size, and we need to make it a burst. So it is an explosion, so it needs to be a burst, like so. Poof. That looks pretty nice. We can use that. Just going to perhaps add a little more emission. Yeah, pretty nice. We don't want it to be too fancy for this demo, so we would just duplicate it and just change this into another image, so we have some variation going. Let's see, perhaps make it a little smaller here. So you can have different variations. Dips, perhaps we could make that like so. Yeah, well, fine. Perhaps another color. Yeah, that's a pretty nice explosion. We will just add some, oh, let's see, some smoke. Chips. And we are going to use just something that look like smoke. This one look like smoke. Yes, we don't want any of this. No gravity. And we want it to no, I think we will do it with a very, very subtle direction, but we need it to be large, and we can take the direction and multiply it like so, and we're going to make it scale over time so the particles get larger. And we are going to give it more life. Let's try that. Lifetime chips 4. And we are going to change it into a burst. I'm not sure how many we should burst. 22. Let's see how it looks when we burst all of them. Yeah, we get this explosion smoke here. Looks pretty nice, pretty nice. Perhaps let it go out a little more. That will do. Should we change the color? No, we don't want to do that. But let's save this emitter and call it video explosion. But what you can do now is you can export this as a custom explosion. What that means is you can directly select it inside GameGuru MAX. So we will call it video explosion, and then export custom effect. Just like so. We now made a custom explosion that don't look that good, but we didn't use very much time on it. So now let's try to make reset everything. Yes, let's try to make a tail effect. Call it video tail. They are pretty easy to make those. We can just set no gravity. We just want it to be here. So, and just spawn in the same place, because we are going, when we move it, you will see the effect. What should we make it? Smoke effect. If we just set this, we can see how it will look when it moves around. That don't look very nice. Perhaps we should try to do some kind of magic instead. Always use this to do magic stuff. Make it blue, perhaps. Darker blue. Let's see how it looks when we move it. That also don't look good. Let's make it a little larger. For a start, let it grow randomly, but grow so it gets some kind of tail. You can see here. Get a tail now, and it grows until it disappears. That looks pretty nice. So you can imagine how it will look when the tail run. It should be shorter. The lifetime should be shorter. Should not be that long. Yeah, that looks pretty nice, I think. Perhaps even shorter. Let's make it another color. I don't like this color. How does it look? Oh, that looks more like magic. So let's keep that. Let's just keep that. And add another meter. We are going to do that sparkle stuff. It looks so great. No gravity on that. Make it just what do we have here? Just a dot. That's fine. Give it some directions. So they're meeting out now. See, the lifetime is way too much. Oh, they're too large. We need them to be like very small. Can we see that? Perhaps a little larger. And we don't want them to move that fast. We want them to look more like dust. So we are just going to set the direction factor down. So they are moving very slow. But again, we would like it to spread out in different places. We can do that by setting this area so that it's spread out randomly in different places. Yeah, okay, we don't want this one, only the others. Like so, and perhaps make them a little randomness to it. So some move faster than others. How does that all look when we move it? You can see it spread out these particles. That looks pretty nice, I think. Don't you think? Yeah. Let's just try this. Okay. So, let's save it. Save. And we can call it video tail. Just copy it, saved. That's it. So, let's try to use these effects. Yeah, there also been bug changes. This one now works as it should do, so it consistent both in the editor and in Max, and other small things here and there. So, but let's try this. So we go into a projectile. Chips the fireball projectile and changes to our new effect that we called video tail, and as you can see, it's now stored by default in particles bank WPE, and here's our effect. And what did we call our new explosion? Video. Our new boring explosion, but it's just a test. So we save the text file into the projectiles, and then we relaunch Max and see what happens. And as I said, there will be a link to the new particle editor, and it will be just below this video. And the stuff I did, the new stuff I did to the projectile system will also be sent to Lee tomorrow, so you can start designing your effects today, and hopefully you will have all the new features inside Max in a few days. So just get started. I will just quickly open a test level so you can see how it looks when when the NPCs are firing with one of these tails. Sure, I don't know how it will look because we just designed it. So, but let's try it out and see what happens. So, perhaps it looks okay. Our new effect. I'll just drop one of those. Oh, here we go. Wow. Okay, I can see what there's too much smoke going on, and another thing, they are not random enough. You see the tail. We should have added a little randomness to it. It looks too straight. Watch out. You are going to get those. Oh, she's tough. I gave her 3,000 health, I think. But you should go down at some point. Nope, I gave her too much health. Well, let's see how it looks if we fire it ourselves. Let's just see it was the this fireball chips. Yeah, it's not random enough. But now you can see the original Atlas animation from GameGuru Classic in the front. It is working and running. The original fireball in front of the tail effect. Oh, the explosion looks pretty nice in the distance, but oh, I missed that. And I tried making the other one, the original RPG. I just added a small smoke tail to it, just to see how that would look. Let's see. It's just a subtle smoke effect. But you can see it in the long distance, and it keeps alive for a long time. And that looks pretty nice, I think. So, that is what I wanted to show you. The latest version of the particle editor. And I don't want to save this. Now, effect and particular 1.1. So, go get your copy today. Oh, another one I just wanted to show you. There's an easy way you can, if you load the normal rain and stuff, I can just show you how you easily can add thunder to it. There's just a rain effect, but if you look, we can just set this down to night. You can see the thunder going on. It's simple. This one, you just select what looks like a thunder. Set the position of it way out there. This is set to 20,000, so it will create those images around the player at this distance. And then you scale it up. You see the size of the particles because they are way out there. So, but we can try to set it to. Oh, that's too much. Oh, okay, that looks pretty nice. But 1,500. See, they get larger. We can make them smaller. So they come. Yeah, they have some randomness, so it's still different, and they will come all over. But that's how you can pretty easily make some thunder effects. And yeah, sure, I just had it set to random color, so sure you can just turn that off, and there will always be white or whatever color you select. That looks pretty nice. So that was what I wanted to show you, and until next time, have a great day.